What's happening, everyone? My name is Adrian and welcome back to What the Pun. Welcome back, hope you're well and good. For those of you that are new to the channel, welcome to What the Pun again. So in regards to today I'll be giving you a update as to what's going on with the Mark 6 Golf R. So it'll be quite a big update today. Today's a big day. But for those of you that have not been following the Mark 6 Golf R build, let me give you a quick recap as to what's going on. So maybe about 3 years ago, I think about 3 years ago, I picked up this Mark 6 Golf R from Volkswagen in High Wycombe. It was in quite good condition, quite well kept, and at the time I decided I want to keep the car stock. So the content that followed was basically like maintenance videos and videos documenting any issues I may come across with the car. And more so recently, I was, let's say, very inspired by a friend of mine, Imi, and his 997 Turbo Minty. So, which led me to start OEM Plus. Yes, Project OEM Plus for the Mark 6 Golf R. So, I love the car so much. I love the car to bits, but I saw that there was room for improvement. So, Project OEM Plus is basically my take and my version of my perfect Mark 6 Golf R, so which led me to do small and some other upgrades to the car to improve certain areas. Next, which is happening today, is I'll be dropping off the car to one of my most favorite Volkswagen specialists to help me with the next part of this project, which I will be going through now as to what they'll be carrying out before I drop off the car to them. So to start off, we'll have a look at the engine, shall we? The engine. So this inlet manifold, this will be removed, which gives access to the valves and the fuel injectors. The fuel injectors, the Chapmans will be helping me test those fuel injectors, reseal, clean if necessary, and then also in the engine there you have the valves, which is very common to have carbon buildup. That will be also cleaned by the Chapmans. Overall, the engine will have a health check to see if there's anything else that needs attention. And on the underside of the engine, which I can't really point my camera towards at the moment, the underside of the engine, that will have the oil sump removed, which gives access to the oil pickup pipe, which is going to be replaced and with a new seal. And whilst the oil sump is removed, there is a oil pump component that will be upgraded, which would help in regards to the tuning of this car. In regards to everything, the engine side, I think that covers everything, so I will move on and show you the next parts that will be likely replaced as well. Okay, so we are kind of underneath the Golf R, and in regards to the next part that the Chapmans will be helping me with, I think this is where majority of the magic will be happening once the engine stuff is all done. So this bit here, which is your control arm, that's going to be replaced with a performance control arm. Attached that is the control arm bushing, which is also going to be replaced with a performance one as well. This long link, skinny little link here, which is called drop link, and I think attached to that is your front anti-roll bar. Those will be replaced with performance ones, and you see this part here that goes all the way to the top of the car with the spring. That is your shock absorber and front spring. Those will be replaced with performance parts as well, and I think there's a few other small bits that will be replaced underneath here as well. So the reason why, actually before I go over that, whatever I change at the front, similar parts will be replaced at the back, because I don't want, well, last thing you want is the front to be handling also amazingly and then the back to be loose. So I just want to make sure the car is very balanced. So not only the upgrade is going to happen at the front, but this upgrade is going to be happening at the back as well. So reason why this is being carried out is because the car is having performance upgrades. Then I want to make sure that the car feels and handles in a way that makes me feel confident in how the car is driving, because at the moment the way the car is stock at particular speeds, I do feel like the car can handle better, so which is why this is something that's very important for me to carry out on this car. Okay, so next up, I'm going to drop off the car to the Chapmans for them to carry out all this work for me. So I expect them to have the car for maybe about a week or maybe 2 weeks. So whilst the car is being left with them, I'll also be picking up a temporary car in the meantime as well. So let's head off to the Chapmans and then pick up the temporary car, shall we? Alright, literally just dropped off the Golf at Chapman's and I've just landed at Citygate in Watford to pick up the replacement car. So I'll get the paperwork all sorted out and then I will show you what I'll be driving for the next 2 weeks maybe? Let's see. Okay, this is it. Can you guess what it is yet? So I'm going to flip the camera around so you can have a better view of the car. So here we have it. This is it. This is the car I'll be driving for the next 2 weeks. This is the Volkswagen ID3, and finally, after however long since I last did the videos on the ID3, I finally have a chance to test one out and give you my thoughts on the car. But I'm gonna go in the car, grab a seat and get comfortable because it's starting to rain right now. Okay, so we are home now. Cars, I find the ID3 is a little bit longer compared to the Golf, so it's using up slightly more space in my garage compared to the Golf. Let's flip the camera around and show you a few things. I'm not going to go into too much detail as I will do a proper review of the Volkswagen ID3 once I've had a bit of time to get used to the car and so I can get a much better overview of my thoughts on the ID3. Okay, so yeah, like I said, flip the camera around, let me show you quickly around the ID3. So to start off with, let's have a look underneath here and see what we are working with. So as you can see here, lovely 4-litre V8. Just kidding. No, this is obviously, well, for those of you that don't know, the ID3 is an electric car. So I believe this is, in terms of spec, this is a, I think, I will double check on the paperwork, but I believe this is the Pro Life version, what that means. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I will share that with you at some point. Maybe I'll put it in on the screen. But yeah, this is supposedly the Pro Life edition, if I'm not mistaken. And as far as I know and remember off the top of my head, this is it's got a 200-mile range. But let me show you quickly on the inside. But what confused me at first when I got in, I was like, so where's the start-stop button? It's keyless entry, and I was like looking around, because usually you expect the start-stop button to be maybe around here or around here. I was like looking at this fancy weird knob thing, and there's no sort of start-stop button. So then I was just like, okay, cool, I'll just move it into drive, and oh, it just so happened to start the car. But funny enough, me thinking like, okay, maybe it's just the design of this car that doesn't have a start-stop button. I actually found the start-stop button right here. So like usually where you would put your key in, that is where the start-stop button for the car is. But not that you actually need it, because I can actually just start the car without using the start-stop button and just put it into drive, and the car just goes basically. But yeah, for now, let me just switch the camera around actually. But for now, like I said, this will just be a temporary solution until the Mark 6 Golf R is back. In the meantime, I'll be driving this, getting to know the ID3 and see what it's like. I know a bit of like how an electric car will be to use daily, but I've actually always wanted to test out an ID3, but so this is a perfect opportunity. And hopefully later on I will give you my thorough review of the ID3. And basically from me this week, that is it. If you're enjoying the content and if you want to keep up to date as to what's going on about the ID3 or even the Golf R, make sure to like, subscribe, follow what's going on with the channel. But from me, for now, that is all. See you all next time. Take care. Bye bye.